Det har jeg været sådan så på.
In August 2024, we chose to visit Newport Mansion from Boston. This was the first occasion when our son Rahul drove the long distance travel by car. From Newport Mansion is approximately 115 miles away from Boston, and we covered the distance in the same day. And the Breakers, as the name suggests, of the Vanderbilt Mansions is a beautiful place to see, and also we enjoyed the ride completely. The breathtaking view of the journey, particularly the clear sky and also the wide road and the forest all across the road, are worth mentioning. It was a really fascinating drive, and this continued for as much as 66 miles from Boston. The area which we saw is actually punctuated by different small village kind of habitats, and which was really good to see. Welcome to the Breakers. Designed by premier American architect Richard Mortis Hunt, the Breakers is the grandest of Newport summer cottages. Cornelius II and Alice Vanderbilt's summer home was modeled on Italian Renaissance palaces with open air courtyard, popular in Genoa and the Italian countryside. The house stands as a symbol of the Vanderbilt family's social and financial power in 19th and early 20th century America, a period known as the Gilded Age, when nation became world economic power. The Vanderbilts were prominent in the worlds of society, sport, business, fashion, and cultural life. The term Gilded Age referred not only to the great wealth produced by vast economic and industrial growth in the years following Civil War 1861 to 1865, but also the social changes and inequities that were growing at the same rate at the American economy. This wealth was seen in the opulent building, and the Vanderbilts were among the country's greatest builders. Although the property was huge, currently the museum composed of a few rooms which are offered for exhibit for visitors like us. We got opportunity of seeing the Great Hall, which is the largest room in the house, measuring approximately 50 feet wide by 50 feet long by 50 feet high. We can notice the ceiling. It was painted to look like the sky, which, along with the large doors that open to the ocean breezes, evokes the feeling that you are actually outdoors. Then we can also see the breakfast room, which served as both breakfast and informal family dining room as well. Next, we were taken to the dining room where Vanderbilt family has the opportunity of having the dining together. This dining room is surrounded by the imagery of harvest. Look around to see fruits and vegetables plentifully adorning the walls. The 12 rose colored stone columns are solid alabaster and draw our eyes upward to the ceiling painting of the goddess Aurora heralding the dawn. The billiard room, designed by the Breakers architect Richard Morris Hunt, continues the house's Italian motif. The morning room, the wall paneling in the morning room was designed by Richard van der Boyen, who carved elaborate garland and figures in the late Renaissance style. The music room, which is designed by Richard van der Boyen, reflects the French Baroque interior the Vanderbilts would have seen in places like Paris Opera House, and was sitting for family wedding and other parties. Gold and silverly blue-gray
আগেকার দিনে এগুলো তোমার
marble from
মোমবাতি
France,
ছিল, একটা মিউজিক রুম
mirrors
বলছে না?
So that's a
and
harpsichord.
crystal light fixtures
Steinway
combine to
sounds.
make a glittering effect for evening concert and reception. Next, the library alcove are portraits of Commodore Cornelius Vanderbilt, founder of Vanderbilt family, and Mrs. Rachel Gwen. There is also a tour of Countess Sisney's bedroom, Mrs. Vanderbilt's bedroom, Mr. Vanderbilt's bedroom, Miss Gratitude Vanderbilt's bedroom, and the upper loggia was originally used as a semi-outdoor sitting room filled with wicker furniture and potted palms. The tour also continues and takes us to the guest bedroom and the colorful skylight gallery. Finally, the butler's pantry and the kitchen area with all elegant utensils are worth seeing. When we come out on the balcony, there is a huge lawn facing the Atlantic Ocean, and there are a lot of statues of elephants and other animals are kept, which overseer the entire area. Vanderbilt rose their 7 children in this palace, and it is worth visiting.
In the library alcove are the portraits of Cornelius Vanderbilt I and Mrs. Gwen, the mother of Mrs. Vanderbilt II, in the archive portrait of Vanderbilt II.
While in this video we are showing you glimpses of Vanderbilt's mansion, which is famous in Newport, a little history of the family is also important to ponder upon. Commodore Cornelius Vanderbilt, 1794 to 1877, made the Vanderbilt fortune in steamships and railroads. His grandson, Cornelius Vanderbilt II, who was between 1843 to 1899, became chairman and president of the New York Central Railroad in 1885. That same year, he purchased the Breakers, but not the Breakers we are seeing today. The original house by Peabody and Stearns was built for Pierre Lottiland in 1877 and was completely destroyed by a boiler fire in 1892 on one of the rare occasions of the Vanderbilt family. Vanderbilt family at that time was in Newport off-season. The following year, Mr. Vanderbilt commissioned architect Richard Morris Hunt to design the current house. Hunt created this 70-room cottage built by an international team of artists and craftsmen. Work began in the spring of 1893 and remarkably was completed in the summer of 1895 with the house totaling 138,300 square feet. Wonderful garden and the trees were maintained at the outdoor of the palace, and also we had the opportunity to see all those new kind of nurseries and gardens which are available there. Overall, it was a very wonderful visit, and we also got a glimpse of American history and the people who built the wealth of America.